It's the old fella back, or if you're new here, old Mr. B, or whatever you want to call me. 362 Sanrokuni, if I pronounce that right. This chat. Oh, this was fantastic. This was absolutely fantastic. There you can see just Kurumi behind me there. That's where my head is. They're absolutely great, and I've got the sun shining in here. So poor old Super Saturn there's got a bit of light on her head, but I'm going to have to leave it. Absolutely fantastic. This was so much fun. If you like, it's more of a chat than an interview for sure, and it was fun. We had so much fun. But it's you'll see anyway. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and over to the interview we go. Right.
じゃあ始めます。
Right, hello everybody, it's the old fella back. Now then, I'm going to attempt to introduce everybody. Doing the interpretation, we have Heidi.
Hello.
Right.
Heidi.
Vocals, we have Kurumi Skywalker. Now, on guitar, I'm not sure if you're calling yourself Super Saturn. Yes, that's okay then, we're all right. On drums, Zen. Yeah, drums, Zen.
翼の方がいいんじゃない？
And on
Her name is Tsubasa.
Zabasa.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got, I've got
Tsubasa, yeah.
Zen. It comes up as Zen. So
No.
Oh yeah, it says, I think that's her username, but her name is Tsubasa.
Zabasa. Okay. Then
Tsubasa.
on
Yeah.
bass, this is the good one. Ichiru Yagawa.
Yeah.
Got it right.
Yeah, Ichiru.
Yeah.
Just Ichiru is okay.
Ichiru. Yeah,
Okay.
because I'll notice the name. There's Ichiru and there's Ichi. It's used quite a lot I've seen because of various people I've reacted to. I mean, like the funniest one is Blue Itchy Nose.
Itchy nose.
Yeah, she plays the bass player.
I don't
But yeah, anyway, so hopefully I've got through all that. Now, my first question is, because you've got two bands together, Iris Mondo and Velka, forgot it, right? Right. How did you all meet?
はい、じゃあまず最初の質問なんですけど、362はそのアイリスモンドの2人とベルカの2人を合わせて362を作ってるんですけど、どうやってそのバンド同士で出会ったんですか？
対バンですよ。
もともとそうですね、対バン。ベルカの企画に、うまずたゆまずで、2人で対バンで出てもらったのが、多分一番きっかけになったんじゃないかな。
そうです。そのうまずたゆまずっていうのがアイリスモンドの2人でやってるアコースティック編成の時の名前みたいな感じです。
なるほど。
はい。それで共演したのがきっかけです。
ありがとうございます。So they appeared together in the same live event, like an event where a bunch of different bands appear and do different shows. And there was a period when Iris Mondo, when they just switched over to being two, where they would play acoustic, and they played under the name Umazu Taimazu. And when they appeared under that name in an event of Velka's, that's when they got to know each other.
Right. So it's always interesting how bands get together, yet they still do their own thing as well.
Yeah.
So excuse me, it's an age
No
thing.
problem.
But because I have reacted to both bands, Velka, let's get it right, and obviously Iris Mondo and a few others, because Super Saturn's in about 4 bands, I think.
Yeah, she's in a lot.
A lot of bands. So are they touring at the moment?
Okay, I'll ask them and to explain what you were just saying. その結構面白い出会い方ですねっていうことで、 サンロクニの MV もアイリスモンドもベルカーの MV もみんなリアクション動画は撮っているんですけど、で、スーパーサッパンさんも本当いろんなバンドに出演、と一緒に活動しているので、その他のバンドのリアクションも撮ったことがあるんですけど、で、I'm sorry, what was the question again? I'm sorry, I forgot as I was explaining everything.
It's all right. I asked about if they're still if they're gigging on a
Oh,
regular
right, if they're on
basis.
tour. Gotcha. サンロクには今ツアーをやったり、ライブをしたりはしてます？
来年、今年はあと1回、12月29に1回で、あと来年が結構いっぱい決まってきてますね。
そうなんですね。
で、ツアーも、
ツアーほどじゃないけど、
名古屋とか大阪とか、ちょこちょここう遠征したりとかはたまにしてますね。
ありがとうございます。
はい。
So, they're not currently on tour perhaps, but they have a show coming up on the 19th of this month. It will be their last show for the year. 何
サッタンがすごいくしゃみして。
言うとしてるなと思って。
すいません。
ごめんね、ハイちゃん。全然違う。大丈夫だよ。
すごいくしゃみしてる。
Bless you.
めっちゃくしゃみしてるなと思って。
ありがとう。
Very, very kind of you. Thank you. Anyway, I was saying they have a show coming up on the 19th of this month. It will be their last show of the year. But they have a bunch of shows planned for next year already. And they haven't really gone on tour, but this year they've done a couple of shows outside of Tokyo in like Nagoya and Osaka.
Right, yeah. Right. Right, now then, here's another question. I may have asked Garis Mundo this one before, how they got into the instruments they're playing.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
Okay. じゃあ、次の質問なんですけど、みんなそれぞれ担当している楽器とか、ボーカルもそうなんですけど、何がきっかけで始めたんですかと聞いてます。
そこはくるちゃんから。
ね。
でももともと小さい頃から歌うのが好きで、高校生になったらバンドやりたいって思ってて、高校で軽音部に入って、そのまま高校卒業してバンド入ってずーっとやってます。歌がただ好きなだけです。
ありがとうございます。はい、OK です。
じゃあ次自分いきますね。
はい。
自分はギターの前にバンドをやりたいって思ったのがきっかけで、小学校の頃にバンドを組みたいって思って楽器も始めてないのにバンドを組んだのがきっかけで
集まりやん。
バンドのイメージ、バンドイコールみたいな。バンドイコールギターだと思ってたんですよ、自分。だから、なんかそもそもギターにしか目がなかったというか、はい。それがきっかけです。
それがきっかけ。なるほど。
はい、ギターしか知らなかった。はい。
ギターしか知らなかった。
なるほど。ありがとうございます。
はい。
まずはその2つを先に。
そうですね。一回。
すいません。はい。Okay, so we're gonna break it up. First, I'll explain what Kurumi and Satan said. So Kurumi said she's always really loved singing since she was very little. And then when she was in high school, she joined the Light Music Club, which is basically a club they have at high schools in Japan for people that want to start a band. What? Yeah.
マイク出てきた。
Yeah, so she would start Oh yes, her mic. Yes. So she started singing in a band there, and then once she graduated high school, she basically was always in a band ever since then, and has just been continuously been doing music just because she loves to sing.
Nice.
And then for Satan, she had always really wanted to join a band, like ever since she was little. But like in elementary school, she wanted to join a band, but she didn't know how to play an instrument. So she's like, I'm going to make a band. And so she made a band, but nobody could play instruments. And then, but in her head, like kind of the image of a band was a guitar. So she was like, oh, if I'm going to be in a band, I got to play guitar. She didn't really even think about the other instruments she could have done. So she was always just like really head forward, straight on with doing guitar. And that's how she started. Yeah.
Nice. Very good. Very good. It's just a really good story.
Okay. I'll ask the other two now. じゃあ
Right.、
お待たせしました。翼さんといちるさんもお願いします。はい。
私は、知り合いの方がバンド組んでたのがきっかけで、その知り合いの方がやってるバンドを見に行ったのがきっかけですね。で、その見に行った中で、その知り合いの方はベースを担当されてたんですよね。で、そこでまずバンドっていうものを知り、で、ベースっていうものの存在っていうんですかね、を知り、そこからちょこっとだけ、なんかもう本当に遊び程度で教えていただいたりとかして、で、そこから高校で軽音部に入って、
軽音部
軽音部、なんか軽音部というか、なんか音楽研究部っていうただの、なんかちょっと悪い子たちの集まりみたいな中にいて、まあちょこちょこ、まあバンド活動みたいなものをして、で、まあ高校卒業から本格的にちょっとバンド活動を始めてっていう感じですね。
ありがとうございます。
はい、ありがとうございます。
私のターン、まいちゃん。
はい、どうぞ。
はい。私は学校行ってなくていじめられてて、で友達がいなかったのずっと。で、学校外の先輩がギターやってて、で、そのギターだけでは物足りないからドラムをやってほしいって言われたのがきっかけで、そのドラムをできることによって、その友達がいなかったから、周りに誰か必要とされてるっていうのにすごい嬉しくて、で、ドラムだったら結構人口が少ないから、ドラムできるって言っただけでなんかみんなそう、じゃあ叩いていただいてって言われるのが嬉しくて、多分友達が欲しくてドラムやってます。
需要高いもんね、ドラムね。
確かに需要が高い。
そうそう、需要が。
ね、
なるほど。ありがとうございます。はい。じゃあ伝えておきます。Okay, so first up from Ichiru. So she said what got her first interested in bass was she had a friend who was a bass player, and that friend asked her to go watch their live. And she went and saw them and kind of learned about bands and about the bass there. And she got really interested in it. So that friend taught her a little bit of bass. And then when she went into high school, she, like similar to Kurumi, was in the light music club, or it was like just a bunch of people that wanted to do music kind of club. And she started to kind of sort of be in a band there. And once she graduated high school, she wanted to do music more full time. So she joined a band for serious after that. And then for Tsubasa, she said she didn't go to school because she was bullied. Very sad. And she didn't, and she didn't have many friends, but one of her few friends she did have played guitar, and that friend asked her if she could play the drums because they needed a drummer. So she kind of started playing drums because she wanted to make more friends she thought like band equals friends. And then she realized there's not a ton of drummers. So since she could play drums, she was asked by a lot of different people if she could come and drum in their like backing band. And she realized like drum is a pretty important position and it can help me make friends too. And yeah, that's how she got into playing the drums.
Well, the drummer is very important in the band, because if the drummer speeds up, the band speeds up, and drummers are overlooked very
Yeah,
much
definitely.
so. So if you'd like to tell her that, that's right.
Oh, yes, of course. ミスター B さんがドラムって結構そんなに目立たないポジションだけど、すごい重要があって、そのバンドのリズムをコントロールしてるのがドラムなので、本当に大事なポジションなんですよね。
そう、本当に。でもなんか、後ろの方だけど、みんなが見えるっていうのがすごく安心するんですよ、私は。だから性格的にも本当に自分はドラムが一番合ってるなって思ってます。
なるほど。ありがとうございます。She says also with the drums, she likes that she can kind of watch the other members of the band, even though it's in the back. But she likes being able to watch over everyone. So she feels like playing drums really matches with her personality.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. I've got a question for Ichiru to do with the bass. Right. Now, the bass guitar is bigger than a standard guitar. And she's not that tall, right? So, you know, that's got to be a bit of a weight to carry over a night. But that's when I started to react. When I saw the two of them, you know, a bass guitar and singing and a drummer, which was Velka, it just looked so interesting. And she's a good bass player as well. But it's just funny, you know, because hang on, we need some more of that again, don't we? But you know, it's just interesting. It's not the smallest instrument. I don't mean this any, you know, horrible or anything. I just find it fascinating.
Okay, I'll let her know. イチルさんに質問というか話なんですけど、イチルさん自体がかなりちっちゃいなのに、ベースってどっちかというとギターに比べて大きくてイメージ、
そうですね、
重いっていうイメージがあるので、ちっちゃいのに大きいベースを弾いてるところを見て、そのベルカっていうか362がすごいいいなって思ったのも、その一つのきっかけだったんですね。
私のサイズ感。
みんなのデコボコさっていうか。
すごい。
そう。サッタンと私が背が大きくて。
そうですよね。
背が小さい。
本当、デコボコですよね。
バランスもすごい合ってる。
面白い。
面白い。
Yeah. Oh, where are you going? Oh.
Me.
More, it's actually. That's,
oh, lighter?
Yeah.
Lighter.
Lighter.
Nice.
光ってる。
Oh, it glows.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying like with 362, Satan and Tsubasa are very, very tall. They're both like 5'9"-ish, 5'10"-ish, and then Kurumi and Ichiru are very, very small. They're both about like 5 foot.
Very, very small.
Very tall.
The balance is really fun to look at.
Yeah, because normally these days, if you like, there's a lot of drummers that are short, you know. But I mean, to be it's unusual to see a tall drummer.
意外とドラムで背高い人って少ないなって言ってます。
少ない、そう、少ない。
確かに。
Because normally,
like, yeah, true.
Yeah, normally see a drummer like this. Not sort of. Oh yes. No
ちっちゃくてもこうやってる人の方が
そう、でも
多いイメージ。
私はそう自分の顔を見せたいから、ドラムのシンバルとかタムはすごい下にしてます。この辺で。
なるほど。あ
こうやりたい。
そう、セットみんなね、
そう
低いよね。
低い。
Tsubasa said she likes to like show off her face and performance. So she likes to set her cymbals and her drums like at a lower height.
No, not my face. It's like, oh, you know, me. Every morning when I look in the mirror, I get a shock. It's like, oh, that's
さんは自分は顔はあんまり見せたくない派で、毎日朝起きて鏡見るたびにうわーってなっちゃう。
びっくりした。
びっくりしちゃう。
ミスター B は身長いくつなの？
How tall are you, Mr. B?
how old? 68.
How? Oh no, not how old. How well that too, but how tall?
5'10".
5'10". How many centimeters is that? That's like 170.
ああ。
すごい持って
出てきた。今からわかる。
結構何でもある。
しかも椅子も入んないで。
About 170.
About 170. So you're the same height as me then. Wait, but I'm 5'8".
Well, I'm lying then.
Okay.
Hang on.
Mr. B さんは170センチぐらいって言って
No,
ます
probably
Yeah.
180 or something. You know, I'm 5. Well, I was, but I'm getting older, so I'm
昔
shrinking.
はもうちょっと身長あったけど、最近は老人になって縮んできたって言ってます。
なんかちっちゃいおじさんかと思ってました。
ね、
うん
ね、
ね
私と同じだ。
私と同じです。はい。
Yeah. I've got a complaint about the picture behind me.
Oh, okay. What's your complaint?
What's she doing down there? Look. She gets close to blocked out. She's gone now.
確かに。
She's just stood up.
そう。
チェックがめっちゃ。
アーシャーに文句があって、サッタンさんかなだけがすごい、ちっちゃくなってて、こうやって、写真の前に座ってると見えなくなっちゃうんですよ。なので、なんでそんなポーズをしたのって聞いてます。
なんでだろう、多分自分が立つと大きいから、なんかバランス、なんだろう、バランス取るためにやったような。
ね。うん。
そう
なるほど。
でもミスター B と同じチェックのシャツ着てます。
言っちゃった。
確かに。
私も思ってた。そうです。おそろだと。
おそらく
どっちかわかんなくなっちゃう。
確かに。
どっちかわかんない。
いや、わかると思うけど、伝えておきます。So she said because she's so tall, she thinks she did the pose on the floor to like kind of balance it out. But she pointed out that you're both wearing a blue check shirt. The picture of her, she's
Sorry,
her
do you
in the
want me
picture.
back?
してたから返すねって言った。
買ったのだったの。
してたの。
買ったの着てた。
Right. Here's something else I've noticed. I mean, this is nothing. I mean, this is obviously this is right fun today. This is that with she changes her hair color like the weather.
Yeah, she does. いちごさんはすごいよく髪の色を変えてるイメージあります。もう毎日かのように天気が変わるたびに変わってるっていうイメージがあるんですけど。
もう、アーシャと今、別の人ですよね。長さも違うし。
はい。
結構ね、
それには、はい。
彼女は飽き性。
飽き性。
飽き性。なるほど。
飽き性は
なんて言うんだろう。
すぐ飽きちゃう。
So she says she gets tired of having the same color really fast. So like even right now, her hair color and the length is completely different from the picture you've got behind you.
Yeah, I'd have to because I've got no hair. I'd have to paint it.
ハゲ
But
Okay.
by the
そう、
way,
ハゲてるから自分が髪色を変えたいのならもうペンキを
Right.
頭に塗るしかない。
ダイレクト。
僕は
時間塗り。
Yeah, so
時間。かわいい。
Why,
かわいい。
why don't, they said you're very cute. Why don't you try a wig?
right. Tell them this. If they go on my channel, watch my reaction to Bandmade, look at me. Right?
Okay.
I'm wearing a maid outfit and I have got a wig on.
なんかバンドメイドのリアクション動画で、ウィグをかぶってメイド服を着てる動画があるって言ってた。なので、ぜひ見てくださいって。ミスター B さんの。
見たい
そう
すげえ。
見たい。
リアクション動画がある。
そう
だからバンドメイドさんの。
あ、いつも YouTube 出してる
そう
やつだ。
そうそうそうそう。
へー
I did say I'd do it when if I said I've hit 10,000 subscribers, that was what I'd do, and I did it.
I see. 1万人の登録者記念にやったみたいです。
へえ。
ちょっと見てみよ
もう見てみよ
I'll check
でさ
it.
Yes.
合ってる
でさ、合ってます。
よかった。
She said she'll check it out.
Right, so I'm just looking at the moment. I'm just looking for a. I've got pictures of me. Oh, just checking now. Yeah, yeah. And I just did it for a laugh. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change my intro, and I'm going to be wearing that when I do it.
Nice.
Well, I mean, it's silly paying money and not using it.
True,
You know,
true.
I've had all the jokes, about cross-dressing. And so my answer to that was, yeah, it's all right, I only wear it at the weekends. I changed my name to Brenda. You can tell them that as well.
Okay, okay. なんかその、せっかくメイド服とウィッグを買ったので、今度は新しい YouTube のイントロの動画、もうそれを着たところで撮ろうかなって思ってるみたいです。
楽しみにしておく。
ね。
方向性。面白すぎる。
They said they're looking forward to it, and it's very funny.
It's just time to get that. It's just time to do it. It's all down to time with everything else. But I mean, I really like what. Let's get back to what I really like what they're doing. But no, this is fun. This is fun. I really like what they're doing. And what have they got planned coming up? Have they got any new stuff planned coming up?
Okay. 本題に戻って、新しいリリースとか何か新しいことを今、準備したりはしてますかと。
まあ、曲をちょっとずつ作ったりはしてますかね。この前、ライブで1曲だけ新曲やったりとかもしてて、まあ、ちょこちょこ新曲を増やしつつ、また次のね、もう今あるリリースはとりあえず撮っちゃったので、これから新しくまた新曲たちを撮れたらなとは、レコーディングかな、レコーディングできたらなとは思ってるところですね。なので曲作り中って感じですかね。
ありがとうございます。So they're working mainly on writing new songs right now. They recently showed off a new song at one of their performances, but they just finished they released 4 new songs.
Yes, I've reacted to them.
Yeah, so they're planning on just writing new songs, and then eventually when they have a couple of songs written, recording those and then releasing those. But it's probably going to take a while.
Yeah, and they're still doing their own stuff as the separate bands,
Yeah.
That's all right. Blimey, it's his job to keep up with these because they're in so many. They're in so many different bands and things. But this is so good to see. Now, if these ladies were male, this would never happen because of the male egos. You don't get it. You don't get it over here.
Maybe.
I'm on about the UK. You don't get it in the UK. The difference between what you find is between a male band and a female band is with the females, there's no egos. Yeah, let them know that. This is nice. This is good.
Okay. それぞれの活動もあって、で、たまにこうやって、合わせて362として活動してるのがすごい素敵だなって、ミスター B さんは思ってるんですけど、そこが結構、イギリスによくあるバンドと違うっていうか、イギリスにある、なんか、男性が作ってるバンドだと、なかなかそうやってバンド同士で、こうやって一緒に活動していくことは、なんかエゴが大きすぎて、やる人がほとんどいないって言ってたので。
でもそうじゃない
日本でもそうだと思う。
日本でもそうかも。特殊すぎたのかも、ここが。
というか、なんかね、違うバンドたちが集まってとかは多い気がするけど。
なんか、ゲスの極みの人とかが結構イメージにあるけど。
そうだね。
でもなんか一人が違うバンドをたくさんやってるだけで別に一緒にやってなかった。そのバンド同士。だからバンド掛け持ちっていうのはたくさんあるけど、バンド同士が違うバンドやるっていうのはないかも多分。あんまり。
確かに。伝えておきます。はい。So they said that's kind of the same thing with Japan too, though, even with girls bands, like, or like with bands in general. They're kind of a pretty rare case. But yeah, you don't really see too many bands like working together to create a new band. You'll see a lot of people that are in multiple different bands, like they're in a lot of different things as themselves, but you don't really often see two bands coming together to make a new band. So they're kind of a first.
Yes, this is good to see. This is good to see, though. But they all seem to get on. In the UK, you don't get it where you've got like one person in a lot of bands at all. It doesn't happen. And then, like I said, with the male egos, like it's usually probably the singer's always got to be, up front. This is males, by the way.
No, but that's definitely the same thing here, though.
Is it?
Well, girls bands, I think.
Not with females. They all seem.
I think so. I
they all
think
seem
it
to
depends.
get on. Plus, they're better looking than the males, anyway.
That's true, but イギリスの方だとやっぱりそのバンド掛け持ちっていうのもほとんどないっていうかありえないぐらいのことなので、そうなんだ。そう。特に男性の方はそういうのを絶対しないっていうイメージがあるので、なんかやっぱりちょっと日本のガールズバンドはなんだろう。バンド同士で仲がいいっていうイメージがあるみたい。でそれが結構、珍しいっていうか、面白い。いいことだと思ってるみたい。
なんか例えば362をやったことによって、ベルカを知ってもらえたり、アイリスモンドを知ってもらえたり、たくさんのメリットがあるから、自分たちの元のバンドを知ってもらうためにも、いろんなバンドをしてるとかはあるかもしれない。
なるほどね。Tsubasa was saying that when they perform as 362, they're not only like promoting that band, they're able to promote their own bands. They're able to promote Velka and Iris Mondo that way. Like someone might see them as the collab band and then find out about their other activities. So it's got a lot of pluses to it.
Good. Right. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up in a sec. So I don't want to...
Oh, okay.
I do have a question though for all the cuddly toys.
The what?
The cuddly, what itches, itchy roos. Go behind them. Can you see them all?
I see. イチロさんの後ろにいるぬいぐるみたちは何なんですかっていう。
これは私のコレクションたちです。
コレクション。
My collection.
It's her collection.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I collect guitars, I think. But most people, like on the wall, have pictures. I have guitars hanging up all over the place. But yeah, no, this is really good. Now I'm going to ask the question: what's the COVID situation?
Well, I could answer that, but I'll ask them. 最近日本のコロナの状況って、コロナってどうですか、日本は今。
日本は減りましたね、前よりは。ただなんかね、新しい株が出ちゃってるのが、どうなんだろう。
ミクロン株。
そう、ミクロン株が出ちゃってるのが、まあ今のところどうなるのかなっていうところで。
イギリスはもうたくさんになっちゃったよね、それで。復活して、
ね、
波が。
そうなんだ。
東京はそんなにじゃない。
そう、全然。
確かに。
8人とかだもんね、感染者数。
そう
少ないから
ね。少ない。
だいぶよく
みんなマスクしてるから。
そう。日本人はね、結構ちゃんとマスクしてる人が多い。新宿とか以外は。
確かに。
そうなんだ。
マスクしてない方が、そう、ってね、なるもんね。
そう。
してない人の方が見られちゃう。
そう。ね、やっぱ日本では
戻ってきたけど。
なるほど。
戻りつつはあるよ
ね。
はい、お願いします。
Hi. So they said, well, right now, Japan, the number of new cases for COVID is way down, especially in Tokyo. We've been getting maybe 8 new cases a day or something like that. There have been a couple of cases of the Omicron type showing up in Japan now, and we're not really sure how that's going to play out. But at the moment, for the most part, Japanese people, they wear a mask everywhere. Everyone wears a mask. So you don't really see. Oh, yeah.
いや、出てくるな。
もうさ、
アイテムすごい。
いろいろありすぎでしょ、本当は。
Yeah, so since everyone really stays on top of prevention kind of things, I think that's been one of the main reasons why the case numbers are so low recently.
Yeah,
but we've heard that the cases are starting to rise again in England, right?
Yeah, so we've had to go back to wearing masks. Well, I never stopped. We have to now, when we're going to shop, got to wear a mask again. I think they should have carried on with that when you're going to shop, wearing mask, because a lot of the countries now that wear masks before all this happened are dealing with things better than what we are here.
Yeah, I noticed that with news from America as well. Yeah, I'll pass that on.
Okay.
イギリスの方はやっぱ結構増えてきてて、もう一回まだで、イギリスは多分一度はマスクしなくていいっていうルールがマスクしなくてはいけないっていうルールがあったけど、それが一回終わって、それでまた感染が広がって、今はまだみんなマスクしないとお店にも入れないんだけど、やっぱりマスクをコロナの前でもしてた国はイギリスとか基本普段マスクしない国に比べて結構差が出始めてるねって。
そうかも。スポーツ観戦とか誰もマスクしてなかったよね、イギリス。それでっていうのは聞きました。
なるほど。
応援するのに観戦する声が一番届く。
Yes, they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then Kurumi said she heard about a lot of people were catching COVID at sports events in England because people would be shouting and cheering and nobody would be wearing a mask. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen in Japan they've got even a perspex front to the stage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and no one's allowed to cheer, but they're just allowed to clap. So just thank you, that's it. So yeah.
Yeah.
日
本でのライブ、日本でのライブ、okay, no problem. 日本のライブとかそういうスポーツとかも含めるんですけど、ライブも声出し禁止で、ステージの前にビニールシートを貼ったりするところもあるんですよね。 って言ってまし
で
た。
もビニールのステージがまだないかも。貼られてるステージ。
なんか
声出し禁止だけど、ステージにビニールがついてるのはないかも。まだ一回も私たちは。
高松はね、この間あった。フェスの時に。
出てないだけなんだ。
あとマイク
アクリル板。
アクリル板とかね。設置。
ない方の方が多いくないでも多分。
そうだね。
なんか距離を取ってるよね。ステージとお客さんの距離を取ってるライブハウスの方が多いか。
そうそう、置いてるね。
あとお客さんが本当にみんな全く声を出さない。マナーがすごい。
全く声出さない。
そう、ちゃんと手でね。
ちゃんと手で、そう、これとかこれとか、そうこれだけでやってくれる。
それはね、日本は偉いなと思う。
確かに。伝えておきます。They're saying, yeah, everyone's really good about like being on top of the manners to not, no shouting, no calling, no cheering, just like clapping or like pumping your fist or whatever. But they, in the live houses that they have been performing at, they don't really see too many of like the sheets to the plastic sheets up to protect yourself. More so than that, they see a lot of places will like keep social distance between the crowd and the people on stage. Like they'll open up the distance more than usual. Yeah.
Right. I tell you what, you can tell me. Right. 4 lovely ladies, and I will support them as long as I can breathe.
Okay.
Because they're fantastic, and I will always support them. And you're fantastic as well, but I can't, because if you like to say that to them, they're absolutely awesome, and it's great. And this is such a pleasure to do this. It really is.
Okay, I'll tell them that. そろそろ終わりにしますが、この4人での活動は本当に素晴らしいと思ってて、今も応援してますし、これからもずっと息してる限りは応援していくと宣言してますので。
死なないで。長生きしてって言ってください。
長生きして。
長生きして。
They hope you live a very long life.
Well,
he said for as long as you're breathing. So
as long as you can keep moving. That's the thing, isn't it? You don't want to be sat there in your mobility scooter, driving around this shopping centre, running people over.
Yeah, we don't have that in Japan at all.
Oh,
people don't do that here. Yeah, people just walk, even old people. Yeah.
Well, do they know about that in this country?
I don't think they know. No, you don't see people in scooters unless they're like actually injured.
Right.
Or like actually disabled. Yeah.
We have loads of them little, beep, 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 and you can do it.
説明させていただくと、イギリス、多分欧米の国はこれ多いと思うんですけど、年寄りの方が自分でどこか出かけるんじゃなくて、どこかに出かけるとしても、歩かないで、もうなんか、電子の椅子、なんか、車椅子の電子場みたいに入ってる人がほとんどなんですよ。普通に足が、そう。足が別に怪我したりとか足が悪いとかのがなくても本当に年寄りの人みんなそれ使ってそれで体をダメにして捨てたりするのでミスター・リーさんはやっぱ自分がちゃんと自分の足で歩いてる分長生きはするんでっていう
かっこいい。Very cool.
I think it's very cool that you walk around on your own.
ギター弾くときも、ギター弾くときもぜひここでこうやって足かけてこうやってやって。
They say you should show off your legs when you play your guitar.
Show me like what you mean. I do exercise. I do exercise and things like that anyway. And I go for walks and things. I do keep active. I have to, because of Well, when you get old, you know what I mean. You start talking like that.
声何？
よく言う老人の声の真似。
なるほど。
やっぱ自分の体をちゃんと大事にしたいと、そういう喋り方になってしまうんじゃないのかなって自分が不安みたいです。
イギリスの老人の声。
そう。アメリカンもなんかそういう人多いんですよね。なんか自分もおばあちゃんの喋り方の真似するときもそんな喋り方になっちゃう。
やってやって。
今思えば。ハイディちゃん元気にしてるみたいな。
かわいいかわいい。ハイちゃんの今のが可愛かった。
可愛かった。
ありがとうございます。I explained to them the old person voice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I use that voice when I impersonate my grandma too. So yeah.
Yeah, because they do sort of, yeah, but it's like the other voice when they start growling, you know what I mean.
逆に声を使わなさすぎてガラガラになってしまう老人もいる。真似でした。
声、ボイスチェンジャー。多彩。マジ人間ボイスチェンジャーって言って。
くるちゃんもさ、
You're like a human voice changer.
今ボイスチェンジャー。
あんまだった。
でもちょっと伝わるかわかんなくて怖いからね。
A lot of bands do growling now, don't they? You know, there's lots of growling in bands. I've always been able to do that, but you know, nobody taught me. I just started doing it before they invented growling in bands, I think. But it's just fun. But I got several voices. I mess about. But anyway, I should actually. This has been going on. This one though. This has been so much fun. I think it's been fun for you as well because you can get most of the jokes that I don't. But you know what I mean. This has been fun. This is absolutely fantastic, and we'll have to do this one again with the four sometime next year. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let them know.
This is fantastic, and say to them, this has been so much fun for me. It really, really has. And I've enjoyed it, and they're just lovely people.
Okay, I'll let them know. Okay, 今日は本当にありがとうございます。すごく楽しくて、ミスター B さんもすごい、もう本当にずっと楽しくみんなと会話できて、本当に良かったって言ってて、あと、また来年とか、機会があれば、ぜひまたインタビューしましょうって言ってます。
お願いします。
ぜひぜひ。
ぜひ。
やりましょう。
Yeah, let's do this again sometime.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, okay, with the thing about you can get the jokes from both sides, you know, the fun, but which is great, which is good for you. But I mean, I can just see the fun everybody's having. That's why I didn't wrap it up earlier, because I thought, no, you know, and to me, this is what it's all about with anything, having fun and the rest of it. And you're all lovely people. And I mean, it's thanks to these two young ladies down there below. Well, I don't know how yours is set up below you, that I got to meet you. And it's thanks to them that all this has happened, and previous, other interviews have done. You can tell them that, and it's thanks to them.
True.
まあ、
改めて今日本当に楽しくて、皆さんも楽しそうで、よかったと言って、でも以前、アイリスモンドのインタビューをやった時に、それで私が通訳をして、それをきっかけに、結構何度か、その後からミスター B さんのインタビューの通訳をやってるんですけど、今日やってまた、このメンバーで集まることができてよかったです。そのお話でした。
いや、こちらこそ本当に機会をありがとうございました。Thank you.
ミスター B はいつか日本に来てライブ行きたいって思ってるんですか？
Would you like to come to Japan and watch them live someday?
I would love to. And I've been people that comment on my channel have invited me to go over. I've had a lot of people asking me to go to Japan. And if I get the chance, I will go.
Oh, okay, I'll let them know. ぜひ日本でライブ見に行きたいと思ってて、まあ、多分今はちょっと難しいけど、機会があればできる状況になったらぜひ絶対に行きたいと思ってるみたいです。
私たちも行きたいです、イギリスにって言って。
イギリス行きたい。
I wanna
perform in England sometime. Yeah.
なんて
あ、ごめん、私がしゃべった。
すげえ声がでかいの。なんか今日。
They'd love to perform in England too.
Yeah, nah, not here.
おすすめしないみたい。
おすすめ。
おすすめ。
おすすめしない。
Oh, yeah. The thing is, if I was to go there, I'd love to meet them in person, but I'd have to do a live interview.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be fun. 日本に行く機会があれば、ぜひ生で皆さんとのインタビューもできたらなって思ってます。
したいね。
They're like, yeah, we'd love to.
Anyway, I think we shall better.
Okay.
But
そろそろ
the
時間
statements.
が長くなってしまったので、終わりしま
動画ね、
す
作るの
が、
大変だから。はい。
This, if you tell them, this has been so much fun. It's great. And we'll have to do it again. And thank you to all of you for doing this. This is going to be great. This will be up. I don't know when it'll be up. I've got loads to sort out. I've got a computer to build today because this one's dying.
Okay.
So I've got to do that. But this is fantastic, and it's lovely. It's lovely, and thank them all so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
ありがとう。
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 ありがとうございます。
Sometimes the brain remembers.
Good job.
Because you say arigato and something else on the end, isn't there?
ありがとうございます is like the more formal way of saying it.
Arigato.
But
Because
just arigato is okay.
that's all right then. Because I've been like looking, and it's the pronunciation of the words. It's you know, it's the same with probably a Japanese person trying to learn English.
It's difficult.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I would, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
But yeah, you're doing good.
So thank you very much to them all, and we'll do this again next year at some point. And if I can get over to Japan, I will. It's one place on my, as they say, on my bucket list that I want to go to, and you know, it's fantastic. And these are lovely people, and I'd like to thank them very, very much. And then we can say cheerio or whatever, you know.
Okay. 最後のバイバイの挨拶をする前に、今日は改めて本当にありがとうございました。で、また来年とか日本に行く機会があれば、その時にぜひお願いします。本当にありがとうございました。と。
お願いします。
お願いします。
So
Okay.
we'll go sort of bye-bye or whatever.
Yeah, but bye-bye. That works.
Bye-bye. I'll stop the recording. Yeah, bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Well, there you go. That was absolutely fantastic, that, and so much fun. Right, all the information for all the bands, Heidi included, will be down below, so you can check them out. They are absolutely fantastic. And this is now being recorded on my new computer. The other one sort of died, and obviously that's why this process has took a bit longer. I've had to build a new one. All good fun, though. All good fun. That's what it's all about. This is, to me, it's just part and parcel. Okay, an expense I didn't want, but it happens. Right, and obviously you can see these are absolutely wonderful, so much fun, ladies. And if I did go over to Japan, I would love to meet them. I really would. I would love to meet them and do an interview. Sorry, Kurumi, I'm blocking you out. But But yeah, they are fantastic. They are absolutely fantastic. They're lovely people, and that was so much fun doing that. You know, obviously I didn't know all the jokes, but what's going off, but yeah. Like I said, that was more of a chat, but it was great fun. They are lovely, lovely people. I should say lovely ladies. Absolutely fantastic. So there you go. And of course you've seen about, I mean, you know, Zen, I can't remember her name, but bullying at school as well. Not good. And she's a lovely person as well. This is what I can't understand. But it's all good. It's all good. I really enjoyed this interview so much. It was great. It was absolutely fantastic. Anyway, there you go. Like I say, all the information's down below that I've got. Check it out. Go to the channels and everything else. I've got Velka and obviously Aris Mundo in there, everything. So just go and check them out. And obviously 362, Heidi, you know, it's all in there. All you need, all the information you need to know. So anyway, I just like to say thank you to everyone for all your comments, all your support and everything else. Thank you. And of course, please stay safe. And this old fella will be back. Bye for now.